You guys know the saying, be careful what you wish for. Well, the Democrats wished for Joe Biden, and they got him. Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here of the KevinJacksonNetwork.com. Be sure to check out everything that we're doing, particularly the FlickFest.com. That's our movie streaming service that you will absolutely love. Are you spending more time surfing than watching movies on Netflix? If so, you're going to love what I say next. The FlickFest.com is a movie lover's nirvana. I watch the best films and shorts on the FlickFest.com, and I'm telling you, I get blown away every time I log on and see the films that have been uploaded for that day. The flicks are awesome. I love the FlickFest.com, and I think you're going to love it too. And that's why I want to give you a chance to check it out for free. You can watch unlimited movies for free for an entire week. Just head to the FlickFest.com and tap Join Now. You're going to instantly get a week of movie watching for free while the offer lasts. So do it quickly. Once again, the FlickFest.com. Now that you know about my favorite movie service, let's get back to it. Look, I'm not political. I don't care who's in charge as long as they're competent. But in this particular case, we've got Captain Demento running the show. Oh, I also need to remind you, subscribe, or if it's over there, I don't know which side it is, but you know where to go. Subscribe if you like what you're seeing and tell other people. So Democrats, they put in Captain Demento, shoehorned him in. They said, you know what? We got to get rid of the orange guy. They did it. They got rid of a competent president, whether you like him or not. You got to admit the policies that Trump did were pretty impressive. Even in some cases, dare I say, liberal. But the Democrats so wanted him out that they said, we'll take anybody. And as you've heard me say many times, they passed over 4 black people. They passed over a Pacific Islander. They passed over an Asian. They passed over a Latino. They passed over 2 people who were under the age of 45, or at least one that was under the age of 45. They passed over multiple women. They passed over a gay person. And they elected a rich, old, white, demented clown. That's how desperate they were to get rid of Donald Trump. So they succeeded. And now, be careful what you wish for. Because now you have Captain Demento passing executive orders, and everything seems to be counterproductive because Donald Trump said, make America great again and America first. And Joe Biden's going, well, I don't really know how to do that. Can somebody please help me understand what that means? Oh, that's right. I sold out. Too many countries know about my crooked dealings. And so now I've got to play the game. So not only is he playing the game internationally, he's playing the game domestically because he's got a bunch of quandaries. How do I satisfy Black Lives Matter and be down with the brothers when I don't need them anymore? I got Dominion. How does he satisfy them? Because they're now upset with him. Antifa's upset with him. The teachers' unions are upset with him because they don't want to go back to work. How dare they have to go train them miscreants? So they don't want to go back to work. Everybody's using the Wu flu as the reason that they don't want to go back to work. But, oh, that's right. The numbers are all dropping. So we're going to be safe. By April, we'll have herd immunity. So we don't need the shots. But wait a minute. I want everybody to get a shot because I want to track them or whatever, you know, conspiracy theories and all that good stuff. Quandaries. And here's the problem. The dude who's running it, the dude who's at the helm, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He is crazy. He doesn't know what to do. It's only going to get worse, Democrats. Trust me. It cannot get better. They were talking about Joe Biden's dropping in the polls. Dropping in the polls? The guy was never up in the polls. His poll numbers are lower than the teats on a pregnant weenie dog walking in a wagon rut. You can't get any lower than that. So Joe Biden's got all kinds of issues that he's going to be fighting. And he's going to be fighting inside of his own party. Yeah, the feminists are going to fight him. The LGBT are going to fight him. The blacks are going to fight him. The Latinos are going to fight him. The Muslims are going to fight him. He's got no Christians in his party. And he's got, he's got a few Jews. But here's the point. Everybody's going to be, give me something, give me this, give me that. He's like, I don't even know what to do. Listen to the guy. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So all these things are coming up. All these things are starting to come to light. Democrats cheating. Oh, that's right. Now we've got Arizona looking at their stuff. We've got Kentucky, not Georgia, looking at their stuff. Warnock, the new senator, the black guy who's up for re-election in 2 years, he's under investigation for his shenanigans with Stacey Abrams. All these things are going to start coming to pass. And here's the worst part for the Democrats. They're going to keep on, they got to keep the ruse going for many, many years. But the Democrats now recognize, oh my gosh, when we get power, we're uncontrollable. Look at Kamala Harris. You will stand when I walk in the room. That's what she's telling her staff. Like she's some military general. Room, hands up. Yeah, you got to stand when she walks in the room because she now commands something. She's sister girl from the ghetto. Look at here. You better know something. So this is the way they are. They get this power. They get drunk in it. And the problem is Joe Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, Captain Demento, he's already drunk. So he's got to keep the wheels on the wagon of China, who controls him, the spy agency who was in absolute partnership with him and his family controls him. Democrats can play this game. We can ignore this stuff all we want. But I'll tell you this, if Trump had a fraction of the things that the Biden family brought into the presidency, he never would have been there. Never. He wouldn't have made it. And I go back to the Democrats who chose a rich, old white man with dementia over all of the people I mentioned earlier. They tell you who they are as a party. They want the establishment that they can control. And that's exactly what Biden represents. But first, here's something that saved my family members tons of money, and it can help you save a lot of money as well. Stop overpaying for your meds. Did you know that you can get your high cost and your maintenance meds for little or zero out-of-pocket cost? My father-in-law saves hundreds of dollars every month, and that's because of this great service, and it's easy. Just submit the free form at thekevinjacksonnetwork.com/KevPerks or call 1-800-678-5013. That's 1-800-678-5013. Now let's get back to it. So watch what happens over the next 2 years. Watch as they try to keep everything on even keel, and it's already breaking apart. It's already disintegrating. You may not see it, but if you read between the lines, don't look at the headlines, read between the lines. Watch what's really going on. They're going to lose the media. They're going to lose social media. They're going to lose public opinion. And that will be the downfall. And meanwhile, what's that orange guy doing? What's Trump doing? What do you think his prospects are? 80 million people who really have a genuine concern for him. What do you think they're going to be doing? Do you think Mitch McConnell runs the Republican Party, or do you think Donald Trump does? Almost every one of the people who voted to impeach, the Republicans who voted to impeach Trump, were censured by their own party. That's just the beginning. Once Trump peels away that 35% or 40% of the Republican Party, quite frankly, more than that, it'll probably be 60 to 70%. What's left but skeleton and bones? Well, skeletons are bones. Trump is effectively the Republican Party and said, you will listen to me. You won't get elected unless you do. He's the power broker. And that third, you think the Democrats are immune? You think that these people are like the Democrats are so safe in their environment? No freaking way. Millions of Democrats have come over. They now see how power hungry, how greedy, how hungry for money the Democrats are. They're coming over. That independent group that's always been there is there. Don't be surprised if the first time in American history, an independent party run by Trump has got more people than either of the other parties. And watch what happens when that party controls politics. You might have gotten rid of Trump this time, but it ain't over. And the biggest part of it is this. The Democrats are going to continue with their lame brain ideas. Global climate change, huh? Well, somebody better tell Winter that Texas is supposed to be immune from it because those windmills froze up. And people are like, well, they've got windmills in Sweden and Norway and Alaska and whatever else. Yeah. And they don't generate a fraction of the energy that they do elsewhere. And if you don't believe that windmills freeze up, look at Texas. So all these contradictions, folks, are coming to pass. All of this hatred of America that the Democrats demonstrate all the time is coming to pass. All you got to do is wait it out, baby. Okay, wait it out. It's coming. They are going to implode on themselves. See, when you connive and you strategize to get power because you don't earn it legit, guess what happens? It eventually the whole thing, the house of cards, comes tumbling down. Right now, let's look at Cuomo. They got control. You want to talk about a perfect situation? You got a governor, Killer Cuomo, Andrew, whose little bro Fredo says, "Come on TV and I'll sing your praises, big bro." Well, guess what big bro is? A big serial killer. This is a guy that unleashed a virus into old folks' homes and killed over 15,000 old people in New York and got an Emmy Award. Now what's happening? People are looking at him going, something's wrong here. You did. Well, we didn't really mean to cover it up. It wasn't really a cover up. Oh, yeah, it was. All of it, folks, is going to come to light. Just bide your time. That's why I told you, no matter how things work out, it's all God's plan. And what you'll find out is as little by little, they start chipping away at all these different things, giving a man an Emmy Award for killing old people. I mean, welcome, Democrats, the party of lynching of Negroes. Holy cow. Now you're killing old white people. Congratulations. But first, if you or someone you know has a sophomore or a junior in high school, you're going to want to pay close attention. Seeking Educational Excellence, C for short, has an outstanding college entry and tuition reducer course. It's guaranteed to help teens easily do three things. One, it helps high school kids determine what they're great at and ace the SAT and SAT. Two, it helps find the perfect college for them. And three, it helps the family dramatically reduce college tuition. And in many cases, it gets the high school student into college for free with zero loans. This online course works. Not only does it come with a 100% money back guarantee, it's on sale right now. So hurry. Don't stress about college. Don't overpay for college. Instead, get the C College Entry and Tuition Reducer course. It's easy. Just visit thekevinjacksonnetwork.com/C. Once again, just visit thekevinjacksonnetwork.com/C and order it today. Okay, now that you're less stressed about college, let's get back to it. All this is going to come to pass. All of it's going to backfire on the Democrats, and it will usher in either Trump 2.0 or somebody else that has sanity, whether it's DeSantis or Josh Hawley, Nikki Haley. You're dead to me. But there are going to be some good people rise from the ashes. And speaking of that, we had Rush Limbaugh die. Tragic death. Rush was an amazing person. Wasn't in this for anything other than he wanted to be the best guy in radio. He said this. I heard him say it. He goes, I didn't have a political agenda. I wanted to be the best dude in radio ever. Wanted to be that since he was 8 years old. Well, he passed away. And people are like, the void can't be filled. This can't happen. Whatever. Yes, it can. And it will happen. I don't know with whom, but it's going to be somebody who delivers what Rush Limbaugh delivers and maybe takes it just that much further. Maybe somebody like myself, but it's going to be somebody that is fearless and isn't looking at it as, oh, I want to be the most popular guy ever, or whatever. Let me tell you this. I'll put it in my terms. I was asked one time years ago, if you had one wish, what would it be? And I said, my one wish would be that I could influence anybody, because that's the only wish I needed. If I said, hey, can you think maybe you should think about buying me dinner tonight? And I influence you, you buy me dinner. What do I need money for? Hey, it's a pretty nice car. You mind if I take that for the weekend? So if you want to know what I want to be the most influential person in political history. It's all God's plan. If I become that great, I'm not going to seek it out. The same thing with Rush Limbaugh. The reason why they couldn't get him was because his growth was organic. He wasn't created. The Democrats didn't say, just add water. Here you go, Trevor Noah, go get your show and we'll pretend you're funny. No, Rush Limbaugh was legitimately good, and his sponsor stuck with him and his audience stuck with him. That's why I have the most fiercely loyal audience on the planet. I know this for a fact, even more loyal than Rush Limbaugh. The people that support me know Kevin is a flawed human being, unworthy of the grace of God, but he certainly deserves his humanity because he's earned it. And I don't change. So what you're listening to now is who I am. And if that makes me that person that I strive to be in terms of influencing people, congratulations to me. But if it doesn't happen, so be it. It's just the way it is. But the point is, the void will be filled. If the Democrats believe that they've gotten rid of Trump, they are dead wrong. The void will be filled. Trump may fill it in the next 2 to 4 years, but somebody will fill it who deserves it and who will be immune to the noise. Immune to it. You know, the problem with the left, the biggest issue they have and why they don't want to switch over and come over to the good side of the island, leave the dark side and come to the light, is because they're afraid they're going to lose everything. Well, let me tell you, when you earn it, when you stick to your principles and you earn it, you don't care. People still chide me, Kevin, you got fired from Fox. To hell with Fox. I don't care about Fox News. Fox News can shove it. I said it publicly. I'll say it again. Go put it in the Wall Street Journal. Kevin, you'll never get on Fox. Really? Shocker. Sorry. I don't care. See, that's the difference. Fox, I know who I am. Fox doesn't define me, and nor does it define you. The idea of conservatism doesn't define you. We are all individuals. But you know what we conservatives want? We want the best of everybody. But first, folks, I have a big ask. I'd like for us to connect and stay connected. And the way we do that is you become a KEV fan. The social media Gestapo want me gone. Facebook canceled my page. Twitter cut back my number of followers by tens of thousands. YouTube canceled my channel, and now they're threatening to do it again. We must keep in touch through the database, and that's where you come in. Just head to thekevinjacksonnetwork.com and click Join Our Fan Base, and you become a KEV fan. I'm going to say it again, thekevinjacksonnetwork.com, join our fan base. And when you do that, we'll give you a free t-shirt and we'll always stay connected. Now, I got to go back to what I was talking about earlier. And that is why Donald Trump was successful. That is why Rush Limbaugh was successful. He didn't say, oh, I'm going to go with the party line and say what you need me to say. He told people that inside of you is a genius. If you want to find it, great. If you still want to be a piker, you want to sit on a porch and wait on a check, that's up to you too. I may not respect it, but I respect your choice to make that choice. Do what you want. But inside of you is a genius, and there's somebody that's ready to give something to this nation. If you want to do that, we embrace you. But what Democrats do is they say, forget it. Don't worry about it. You know, there's a reason, there's an excuse why you can't be successful, and we're going to make somebody pay. Somebody's going to pay because you don't feel good about who you are. Well, how about somebody make you understand how good you are, how important you are? See, that's the difference. And that's who's going to fill the void. Because no matter what anybody tells you, we all want that affirmation of who we are, that we are worthy of something. You know, when you find these damaged kids, and I've worked with many of them, over 1,000, I've gotten adopted. You find these damaged kids, you know what happens when they find out you actually care and that you want to bring out the best in them? They change instantly. You can see it in their faces. That's what we create. So you should never be ashamed of that, because that is what conservatism is. That is what God-fearing Christian conservatism, Judeo-Christian conservatism is all about. It's finding the good in people, seeing the good in people. And when you see bad in them, not running from it, but saying, you know what, you did something bad, but it doesn't define you. What you are is your ability to overcome that and come closer to me in doing bad. It's the way I raised my kids. So that's the way I was raised. I didn't run from the idea. My grandparents who raised me didn't say, oh, you're bad, get out of here. They said, come here, let me talk to you about that behavior, why that behavior is bad. See, Democrats think they're bad because they look at the outcomes. but they have bad behaviors. And we don't correct them. We don't say, look, you can have stupid ideas. You can be as dumb as I think you are, AOC, but I'm willing to work with you. I'm willing to show you that your behavior is bad, not you. You grew up with the wrong ideas about stuff. Why? Because you're an idiot and you were raised around idiots and you've been in an echo chamber of idiocy and you don't even realize it. The reason why Democrats don't want to talk, don't want to be reasoned with is because they love their ignorance and they are afraid to get out of it because they don't know if it's going to be safe. It isn't safe for them, but it is safe on our side. If they come over here, you will be safe. We have plenty of examples. There aren't that many that go the other way. The Lincoln Project, how's that working out for them? Anyway, Captain Demento is going to implode on himself. It won't take long. Watch his cognitive abilities and you'll see they're just declining. They're declining the same way the Democrats are, and they can't keep the wheels on that wagon very long. Hang in there, folks. Good news is coming. We simply couldn't do this without you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching the KEV Talk series. Thank you for sharing them with others. Don't be a hog. Let other people know. Thanks a lot.